Hey everybody, Gary with Basecamp Trading. Take a look at the ES again today. Obviously today, big down day in the ES in the afternoon, and we had some hints that this was going to happen, and we ended up getting actually two really nice early entry opportunities as well. We'll cover those in a minute. But first of all, if you're not watching the daily videos with Thomas Wood, you need to make sure you're watching those end of day videos because he gave us a hint to this. This is our daily chart, and you can see we triggered a daily bear flag during the afternoon today, and we got that giant push to the downside in the ES. And what that did was that created confluence amongst the three main time frames we're watching. We watched the daily chart and then the 240-minute chart. We had this very bearish bar, opened at the top, closed at the bottom, followed by yet another really bearish bar, opened at the top, closed at the bottom, caused the 5 and 13 to cross to the downside, and then was triggered in by yet another really bearish bar. And so you can see we triggered in a daily bear flag. We had a very bearish 240-minute chart. And then on top of that, we had a really bearish 30-minute chart. You can see 30-minute chart, 5 and 13 cross to the downside, 50 under the 200, everything under the cloud. Fast and slow line momentum cross to the downside, histograms went red. I mean, this chart was also really, really bearish. And this provided a really nice entry opportunity today. During lunch, we consolidated. Normal, we consolidate during lunch, and then we triggered this 30-minute bear flag right there. And as we were triggering that 30-minute bear flag, we were bearish on the daily chart. Now, the daily bear flag hadn't triggered in yet when this one triggered in, but we were bearish on the daily chart, about to trigger a daily bear flag, but we were bearish on the daily chart. We were bearish on the 240-minute chart, and then we triggered this bear flag, and then it was just bombs away. Nice, strong push to the downside in the ES with a really weak close, too. We closed right down here near the bottom as well. So we had a really nice entry opportunity right there early in the big down move because that triggered us in on this chart at roughly 32.78. And ES pushed all the way down before it made any kind of a bounce, all the way down to 32.25. That's over 50 ES points to the downside, $2,500 per contract potential. So really nice, strong move to the downside with a nice early entry opportunity. We also had a nice early entry opportunity off of our Renko chart. Again, during lunch, we were consolidating. And then during lunch, when we were right about in here, we drew in this compression channel right here. And you could see we were pivoting between this pivot high right here, this pivot low right there, and we were pivoting inside that. And we broke out of this compression channel to the downside. And again, that was a nice early entry opportunity. Could have got in around 32.80 and a half right there and rode that all the way down to 32.25-ish area and ultimately even below that. So again, at least another 50, 55 points in the ES, potentially 27.50 per contract opportunity. And again, nice early entry opportunity, ended up confirming it with a 30-minute bear flag that triggered just below it. And then if you missed all of that to begin with, still some pretty decent entries. We had a Trender Pro 2.0 wick off the 18 signal here, one here. We had a wick off the 18 here, a Trender Pro 2.0 wick off the 18 entry signal there. So again, if you missed the initial breakouts or missed the initial 30-minute bear flag, still some nice entry opportunities to the downside, take advantage of that big move to the downside. And then the ES just continued to tank. I mean, look, it just ripped lower. Once that daily bear flag kicked in, ES just kept heading lower. So again, we don't always get that kind of an opportunity, but today the markets were kind and again gave us two really nice early entry opportunities. We had the channel break off the Renko chart and the 30-minute bear flag.